regular basis.
These are facts. These are facts. Let me share this tab because I want to talk about. So I wouldn't say it even went viral because TikTok. I hate TikTok. I talked to my people about what's happening here with this TikTok shit. So how do you get 1,300 views and over 100 comments on a video? That's crazy. I've seen things with 1 million views and less than 100 comments. But they're these Jordan sicko fans. So I'm gonna bring this up on the screen.
LeBron beat the best team ever.
Can you all hear that?
Clearly,
yeah.
We do. Shout out to everyone. We read your comments. We appreciate that. We will respond if we have the time.
We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing where we talk about maybe because this is our first post that actually got good engagement like this, and I knew it would because there's a lot of crazy people here.
Well, you're one of them.
I'm the crazy. Car, I'm just going to block your head out because you did not say a word during this conversation.
Hey, that's cool.
Right,
who's Jenna Marble?
That's my wife.
I'm about to say, because it sounds like somebody that's got to know y'all. It's like, now imagine this.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Let me play the clip so people know what it is. And when we repost this, I'm going to tag all the people we talk about because there's a couple of people in here that really pissed me off. Anyway,
I can't wait.
By himself, pretty much. The best team.
Wait.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
You can't.
12 podcast.
Are you playing it or just going through the comments?
12 podcast.
Wait, I was on the.
He said he was gonna play it first.
Oh,
I just messed up the whole thing. Go back.
Yeah, I'm about to say I heard like 15 different.
Go back, yo. I shouldn't have made this all like big and shit. Pause.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, when you say pause, it doesn't count.
Pause, B.
Here we go.
LeBron beat the best team ever by himself.
Wait, what the fuck?
You can't.
Wait, hold on. Let's go. Sorry.
LeBron beat the best team ever by himself, pretty much. The best team ever. I think he's the only player.
Hold on. Best team ever from what? What are you talking about? You talking about the Bulls?
No. The best, the Golden State.
You talking about Golden State?
Oh, that didn't win the championship. Oh yeah. That did.
That LeBron beat.
Oh yeah, best
LeBron
regular
and
season
Kyrie
team.
and
Best regular season team. You was gonna say.
Okay.
Or was you talking? What you talking about? The Bulls
they won the
that
championship, probably the greatest team ever, right?
Hold on, probably. What are you talking about?
They didn't beat anybody good. That's the problem.
What?
When you're
Just not watch.
it's different
Did you
when
just
you're
not
the
watch
best team.
basketball?
When you're the best team and you beat mediocre teams. That's like
So
that.
who did LeBron? Okay, so who did LeBron beat in the
Golden State?
Who did
OKC?
LeBron beat? Who did LeBron
They
beat
beat
in the
no
Eastern Conference to get
Spurs.
to that?
See, wait.
To get,
I just noticed that what you just said.
Yeah.
Sean. Who did the LeBron beat in the Eastern? Who gives a fuck who he beat? He beat somebody.
You said
to go to the NBA Finals.
Oh, okay, but that's what you always say. You make the point about HIV magic.
Man, HIV Magic should be a guest character on the show.
Why did that have
Because
to be?
that's in the finals, and it was a deterrent that helped. And I just found out he didn't even have HIV, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Doesn't that go against your point though?
Yeah, exactly.
That means that made Magic a tougher person.
Wait.
Yes.
No, how do you know? He wasn't weak. He was still strong.
Okay, let's go on to this
You
point
can have the
before we
AIDS.
get.
You can have the AIDS and the HIV and still play hoops.
Not
We
back
know
then.
that.
Not back
Yeah,
then.
But then
please.
you can't. Okay, see now it's getting confusing because
Yeah.
HIV Magic is being used as a reason why Jordan didn't play anybody because he had HIV.
Yeah.
Then you were saying he didn't have HIV, which makes Magic still relatively his prime. Then you said, but
He
you can
wasn't
still
a-
be good
but-
with HIV. So
Yo,
what's the point?
There was niggas
I'm
injured and
confused.
shit during that series.
Okay.
2 people got injured.
Well,
Okay, all right.
okay, what
okay.
about Draymond?
And all
What
this
about
stuff.
Draymond going out? If you think Draymond going out in Game 6, that doesn't matter.
Oh, that
So if he got suspended, that was on his own accord. It's not because he had AIDS or pulled
so
the
Magic,
hammy.
so Magic fucking 12 cheerleaders in a locker room is not on his own accord getting HIV.
Wait, did he?
I mean,
did
come
he
on.
not
What do
play
you mean
in
on
a
his own
series?
accord?
Did I
No,
not
but
just
your
concede that he was healthy and could play?
Your point was he was HIV Magic.
Did I ever say that? Did I say he was like on
Carly
life
said.
support?
No, yes.
But you was using it as a
No,
deterrent. Like
No,
you were
it's
saying
not. I
he's
just
not
said
playing to
HIV
his.
Magic.
You were saying he's not playing to his potential because he got HIV.
Did I say
Yeah.
that?
You
Yeah.
were alluding to it. That's why you kept
No,
calling him
I didn't.
HIV
That's
Magic.
HIV Magic.
HIV Magic.
Did I say that it was a deterrent? I mean, I'm
Yes,
pretty
you were
sure-
saying So Sean's point was
he could have
beat
full
the
blown
Lakers,
AIDS
and you were like,
better.
yeah, because Magic had IV and shit. And it was just
Yeah,
like,
He could have been better. I never said that. Go back to the clips. There's a whole bunch.
let's
we
go
talked
back
a
to
lot
this
about
clip. Let's go
Yeah.
back to this clip so we can read these comments.
Shout
out Magic.
To that.
No, but wait, my point was is that this guy's like, who'd he beat in the East? Like he beat the whole East. It don't matter who he beat. Like you're just sitting there like Jordan.
What do you
beat
mean
some
it doesn't matter
competition
who
in-
he beat?
There was no competition back then in the East. You keep saying like
What?
the Knicks and these
Hold on.
other people. Like,
Hold
get
on,
the fuck
hold on.
out of here.
Hold on. How is it no,
Against
how
that
is it no
Bulls team?
competition in the
Oh,
East
both
back then?
Bulls
And you
teams.
saying that when LeBron hold on. So you're
Toronto
saying
Raptors were a
LeBron
problem.
and his finals runs in the East. You're telling me
I have come prepared for this. I bought
oh,
What
they-
problem?
Raptors were a problem.
Rondo and all them.
I bought
Garnett,
popcorn
they
for
still,
this.
He bought them. He beat
mean-
them. He beat Rondo,
Oh,
Garnett,
my-
and them,
It-
and Pierce.
Well,
He
no,
beat them in the,
look,
in the
Boston,
Eastern
no,
Conference
Boston,
Finals.
yeah,
Took
there
them
was-
game
There
7.
was definitely some teams in there, but
Arguably, he beat 3 Hall of Famers.
hold
to
on,
go
your
to the
phone, your
finals.
thing is breaking up.
I said he arguably beat 3 Hall of Famers in that Boston shit to go to the finals.
Hold on,
Jordan,
Yeah, I get you.
he has that bootleg ass. Plug your headphones in. That's what you need to do. Again.
I just had to break out the popcorn
Now I hear you
for the
fine.
entertainment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
We had to switch over and connect it to your Bluetooth. Wire up, nigga. Wire up.
No, listen,
Anyway,
listen,
Go ahead.
listen. So LeBron James, who LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Final? His let's see, Eastern Conference Finals matchups, opponents. Okay.
Boston Celtics he beat.
So the okay.
Shout out.
So the Magic, okay, Magic
Golden
beat.
State.
So Magic beat the Cavaliers in 4-2 and 2.
All right, I'm looking this up myself. Here, no, I put on the screen, bro.
Let's do it. Numbers.
Oh god.
Wasn't that
Okay,
the same
the
year Golden
Pacers.
State beat OKC from that 3-1?
I don't
And then
know.
they went on to play LeBron and they lost. The same
LeBron.
crazy statistic that they beat OKC with. Yeah, that was the same year. 15, 16, something like that.
What you looking up? Championships or are you looking?
No,
up
this
Eastern
is just
Conference?
Eastern
Okay,
Conference
Eastern
Finals. All right, so let's just these are all the years LeBron was in it. They beat Boston, Indiana Pacers twice. Damn, that's
Hold on,
crazy.
Indiana
Pacers.
Pacers. Who's on that Indiana Pacers team?
Paul George. What's his name?
Hold on.
Millsap.
You started
Millsap
with Paul
was a
George
beast, yo.
so you started with Paul George and that's how you came with confidence.
Who did Jordan beat in the East when he was on that run?
Hold on, making sure. Playoff P, is that Paul George?
I'm looking at Paul George, George
Hold
Hill,
on.
Roy Hibbert.
Is playoff P Roy Hibbert? I love this. This is
Evan Turner,
great.
like these guys, David West was on that team. These guys were
Okay,
good. They're
who's
good- they're
a
good
Hall of
teams.
Famer? Who's a Hall of Famer on
Paul
that team?
George would definitely go to
Paul George, bro.
Oh,
You gotta give it a PG,
Yeah,
bro.
it is. That's right. Paul George.
I don't know
would
none of
go.
these
Because Paul
He's
George
not
just
here.
said in his podcast, he was like,
But-
he'd probably have a championship if it wasn't for LeBron.
Yeah, probably.
Paul-
He that dude, bro. He was
Andrew
that dude.
Bynum was on that team. He's a big motherfucker. He's a 7-footer.
Damn, I forgot about Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, he's a 7-footer.
I'm not putting that team.
Oh,
I have the
wait,
Knicks
wait,
all
wait,
day
wait,
beating
wait,
me.
no. We could go to the Eastern. I'm going to show you Jordan's competition in
Okay.
the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Just for context.
But no,
right?
let's start with
Okay.
this
No, I'm
right
not-
here. So
let's
we got.
not- wait, let's just go. Let's
we
just
got
go to Jordan
Pacers.
first. Let's just do Jordan first. They beat the Pistons. This is the Pistons that had the old wash Joe Dumars.
No, 27. They were
is
20. They were in their late
91.
20s. They were
They're in
late
their
20s.
late 20s,
Yeah.
yeah.
4-0.
There
Yeah,
you go. Here you go.
no.
Dennis Rodman. He's
Okay,
good.
yeah,
John
yeah,
Sally.
yeah.
Great
Good.
role player. Isaiah
Hold on,
Thomas.
Hold on. Let's
Oh,
count the Hall of
Dumars.
Famers, guys. Let's count the Hall of Famers.
Mark
before
Aguirre.
we-
Or Mark
Got-
Aguirre was nice. I remember
Let's
him.
go.
I liked
Let's
him,
go.
man.
Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers.
All right, let's look at records.
Bill Lambier.
They
Hall
they
of
won
Famer.
50. Bill
Isaiah Thomas,
Lambier.
Hall of
He
Famer.
said Bill Lambier. Did you hear this?
Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
He's
Bill
he's a legit.
Lambier's. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I gotta look this up. I'm going over here. This motherfucker don't deserve to be in no damn Hall of Fame. What the fuck did he do?
Played against the GOAT. So let me stop.
Oh no, he's not. He's not. He's not Hall of Fame. He's a first-time nominee.
Two-time
in
NBA.
2024.
Well, his name came up recently.
2024. Yeah, he just became eligible.
Well,
The
He's the
WNBA champion. He coaches WNBA.
He's the
I didn't
first,
even know
yeah.
that. I mean, he had good stat line. 12, 9, and 12,
12 and 10. Yeah.
he's a solid
12
player.
and 10,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know
Isaiah
that. I
Thomas.
thought he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a- I thought he was a little
But
roughneck.
So you got playoff P, and then everybody else is everybody.
But this
else.
team is structured just like Indiana is structured the same way.
What?
Look,
we got
George Hill, Joe Dumars is
go back to
Hill.
the Eastern Conference thing.
Bill Laimbeer is. I mean, what's his name? Was better than him. Roy Hibbert was way better than Bill Laimbeer.
Let's go back to the. Let's go.
You don't think Roy Hibbert was better than Bill Laimbeer? I'm putting it back up.
No.
You see that? Okay, so Roy Hibbert was their center. He was good. Lance Stevens was a problem.
He just signed up for the big three. Shout out Lance Stevens.
David West was a problem back then. Look, a lot of these dudes ain't in the Hall of Fame for sure, but we don't know.
No.
We don't know.
No,
George Hill
we
could
do
probably
know.
be in the Hall of Fame. He's good.
No, stop it, Hugh.
You never
Stop
know.
it.
You
Stop
never
it.
know, bro.
Cut it out.
You
Cut
never
it out.
know. Evan Turner,
Not,
he was good.
So can you just please cut it out? Let's
Evan
go
Turner
back to.
was good.
Let's get to the next rung. Let's get to the next rung.
But you want to see something though? Like, let me show you something.
We're not putting this Indiana team up as some all-time great team. Stop.
I'm not saying
let's
they're
go
an
back to the
all-time
list.
great team.
Okay, so then they are eliminated from what we're talking about. So let's go to the next series.
Okay, but
Great team. We're talking about great teams. We're talking about greatness.
But let me tell you, Isaiah was coming back from an injury, right?
And he's still Isaiah.
Unsigned jazz suspended injury. Where's the little plus sign? Nobody got. They all playing now. Oh yeah, they did because they played him. But the Bulls were clearly the better team because again, these guys were
because
washed.
they have Michael Jordan.
They were washed because
Michael Jordan hit his stride.
Okay.
Everybody got washed. Everybody.
Okay.
was washed.
Wait. So all the times they beat Jordan.
LeBron,
So all the times they beat Jordan. What about
Jordan
them?
was a young pup, learning and getting his early getting his team together.
LeBron was running through the East and had the best record in the East and the West. They had the best record in the league in 07 or 08. 07, yeah, 07 or 09. I don't know. One of those years they won 60-some-odd games, 66 games or some shit.
Go back to
running through everybody with a bunch of nobodies on the fucking team. Oh, here we go. And Cleveland Cavaliers. This is 92. This is their second
Where's
one.
Where's the thing at? I don't see it on my screen.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not flipping between the joints. Okay, I got to use this here. Okay, so we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, this is where he was matched up with Mark Price and all of them. All right, let's see what we got here. We got is Mark Price in the Hall? Larry Nance. Okay, Mark Price.
Larry Nance.
Rod Williams. Craig Elo. Brad Doherty. Where's the Hall of Famers? I don't even see Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was on the Cavs back then. I didn't even know that.
Look at that. Look at that. He's a Hall of Famer.
He was on the cat.
Future Chicago Bull.
Wait, he's in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet.
He might be.
He'll be there for a coach. I don't think he's there as a player. Why do you keep saying these things? Just make up shit. 5-time NBA championship.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he didn't. He ain't in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Let me see.
He'll go in as a coach, though.
I'm joking about Craig Elo. Was
he's Lebanese? I had no clue Steve Kerr was Lebanese, yo. He's born in Beirut. Oh wait, maybe he's a. Oh, no, he's probably a military baby. That's why. All right, sorry, I just looked that up. Steve Kerr, Henry James. Look at this bunch of Danny Ferry. Get the fuck out of here. Craig fucking Elo. That was Jordan's man. All right, they all were healthy. They were all playing. Jordan. Jordan beat them. Oh, then the New York Knicks. John Starks dunked over the fucking Bulls. Let's look at their numbers. 92-93. Let's see who they beat. Greg Anthony, Patrick Ewing, GOAT. Anthony Mason. Love me some
Charles
Anthony
Oakley.
Mason.
Doc
Charles
Rivers.
Oakley.
I mean, come on.
Doc Rivers is not in the Hall of Fame. John Starks. Herb Williams. Herb Williams, people. And John Starks is not in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, he ran through Hall of Famers in the fucking East. Like Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
I mean, great, lovely, great American. But that's, just him. And when you have Pippen, Goggles Man. Why can't I ever remember Goggles Man's name? What's his name? The boy
Horace Grant.
Horace Grant. Yeah, I can never remember his name. Here we go. Oh, they met up with this is the Knicks met with Indiana. So Jordan decided, I'm tired. I'm going to take a couple years off. And they lost.
Hold on.
This is the year he came back, but they still lost.
Look at that.
Orlando.
So look at Knicks.
Orlando.
Look at Knicks. All of a sudden, Knicks, right? All of a sudden, the Knicks.
We're in the 2000s? What, 93?
The Knicks are back in the Eastern Conference.
Where?
The next year, after 94.
94?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they won that,
Indiana.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Two teams, Jordan.
Okay, wait, so dismantled? 4-2 is dismantling? No, getting swept is dismantling. And
I'm glad you acknowledged that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, LeBron been swept
so-
before. Hell yeah.
oh,
He
of
ain't had no
course
help
he
though.
has.
He didn't have Scottie Pippen.
All right,
He
Orlando
didn't have
Magic.
none of them niggas. All right, or Dennis Rodman or none of them. Healthy
Orlando
people.
Magic. They got
Okay,
Hall of Famers
Orlando.
on the team.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
let me close some of this.
Penny Hardaway and Shaq.
Shaq,
come on,
yeah.
come on. Shaq, one of the most dominating centers in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, you know what they did after they beat them? After Orlando beat them the year before, they got Dennis Rodman.
And they swept Orlando.
They swept Orlando. 96.
Swept them with Shaq.
Let me see if Penny was injured. Is this the year Penny got injured?
Look, you have
kidding.
Shaquille O'Neal. Come on now.
Look
And
at
that's
that,
Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal. Like that's
Dennis
Shaquille O'Neal
Scott.
4 years in.
Oh, I remember Dennis Scott. Did he miss free throws or something? Like he was shooting
that
at the
was-
free throw line? Or was that in the
Yeah,
finals? I don't remember.
that was the year before when they
That was
actually
crazy.
won it. Yeah,
They had
he
Hojo.
missed like 4th straight free
Horace
throws.
Grant.
Yeah.
They beat Horace Grant went over there, and then they replaced him with Rodman. Dennis
like I
Scott.
said-
It's a good squad.
The Heat, that was a good squad
Penny
too.
Hardaway.
4-1.
Okay, Penny in the Hall of Fame.
He might not have long enough career,
Right,
but
yeah.
he would have.
Is
he
Horace
definitely
Grant in the
would've
Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
Is Anthony Bowie? Wait, was that the guy who got picked ahead of Jordan? Bowie?
Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Brad Doherty. My bad. I know
Oh, he
somebody's
was-
one of these
been.
Jordan people.
Penny was
who are
nominated, so he'll probably
idiots.
get in.
He's
the
nominated.
next
See
one.
how low the bar gets lowered. Oh,
No,
it's another.
Penny didn't
Okay,
Hall of
we
Fame
can't.
nominee.
Hey, we ain't
Hall
about to
of
shit
Fame
on. We ain't about to shit on
Yeah,
Penny though. bro.
Penny
No,
didn't
I'm
play
saying,
that long.
no, but this is the thing.
This
We
is
ain't
the
about to shit
not
on
watch
Penny.
basketball.
This is what
This is
Jordan
the no.
You said he beat a bunch of Hall of Famers.
Yo,
in
Penny
the
was a
East.
generational talent. Are you
Doug,
kidding me?
Doug,
Like,
you're talking. If you're saying the caliber of talent Jordan had to run through, you could say Orlando's a good team, but it did not produce Hall of Fame talent besides Shaq.
okay, Shaq was one of the top 10 player of all time. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Okay,
but
well,
how many
what are you
Hall of
talking
Famers?
about?
Everybody says how many Hall of Famers did LeBron beat on his way to X, Y, and Z? Right? He beat a ton of them in the East.
We're just talking about Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay,
I said
I'm just saying.
No, I said
So
Eastern Conference
you
Finals.
cannot say that Jordan did not have an easy time.
No. See, you
of
don't
getting
even
through the
understand.
East.
You know what? As a LeBron fan, you don't understand what I did to you. I said Eastern Conference Finals for one reason alone.
What did you do to me? Nothing.
To give you the highest bar LeBron could have on what he played competition. We could go first, second, third round.
Okay,
We could
you
see
have-
some. We could see some.
Okay,
We could
go.
see. Let's see the talent level in the East versus the talent level
But
in the East
Can
on
you,
those
can you
earlier
not
rounds.
Admit, okay,
Let's
look,
stop.
I'm
Let's
looking
stop.
at the 2nd
Let's
round.
stop.
Beat Miami. We don't have to look at Indiana again. Indiana pretty much
Yeah.
had the same squad, I think.
No,
Miami,
they didn't.
whatever.
They had that. Rick Smits was probably on the team too.
Smith, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Reggie, Mark Jackson. What are
Is
you
Mark
talking
Jackson
about?
in the Hall of Fame?
Mark Jackson's not a Hall of Fame, but he's like top 10 assists all time. Like he's a great
Okay.
point guard.
Let's go. Okay, well, let's go to the LeBron era. He's been to the finals a lot. Mike Brown, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2007. They beat the Detroit Pistons. All right, let's see. Let's see who's in the Hall of Fame here. I could say I already know Ben Wallace, right? Ben Wallace, right? Yeah. Chris Webber, right? Rasheed Wallace. I'm sorry. Rasheed
You gonna
Wallace.
put Chris Webber? This is so funny.
Isn't it Chris Webber? Chris Webber's
wasn't
not in the
even
Hall of
play-
Fame?
Chris Webber wasn't even playing. Come on now.
I'm
Chris
just saying
Webber
Hall
wasn't
of
even playing in
Famers.
that series.
See look, it's
You
like
know
he
what's so
wasn't
funny?
even-
You know what's so funny?
Okay, here
you know
we
what's
go.
so funny? You're gonna
Chris
pull up
Webber.
Chris Webber.
Rasheed Wallace. Is he in the-
You know
he's
what the
not in the Hall of
funniest thing?
Fame.
You know what the funny thing about this is? Look at Chris Webber's number. Look at his number.
He's a
84.
one-sided- I mean,
84.
shit.
This is you got to pull up the 84 Chris Webber jersey where you basically don't play a lick. Like, are you kidding?
I'm
me?
looking here to see. Okay, Rasheed Wallace. He'll make it to the Hall of Fame one day, but I'm not gonna. They'll probably put him in like one of those. Like, yeah, we know you nice. Cause you get. Okay, so where are we? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I close that window? I closed that
What you
window.
doing?
All right, so the
He
Pistons
said
they beat
he
him 4-2.
He said I see what you.
And then he missed a few times. Then he moves to Miami, right? So Miami, this is where he went on his run. He beat the Bulls. The Bulls, very good team
Wow.
back then. MVP that year. Who was the MVP that year?
Derrick Rose.
There you go. Wait. Oh shit. We lost the feed.
Yeah, you lost this.
We lost the
Who else was
feed.
on that team? Joakim Noah. I wouldn't call him a Hall of Famer, but
Joaquin Noah. Joaquin Noah. Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Derrick Rose.
Prime time Derrick Rose. A
CJ
legend.
Watson. Joakim Noah, Kyle Korver. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, Kyle Korver's solid.
Yeah,
He's nice. He's when he like number 3,
Solid
2 or
shooter.
3. No, he's top 10 3-pointers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he up there.
This is a decent squad. I'm not saying look, not many Hall of Famers. Maybe Derrick Rose for sure.
Definitely
Give him
Derrick
that.
Rose.
But
Derrick
this
Rose
is
got
in this era. Okay, Boston Celtics. Let's see what they did here. Boston Celtics. This is the Boston Celtics, right?
this is the one he was waiting for, right?
Yeah.
He was timing up for this one.
Let's see.
Paul Pierce, Kevin
ripped-
Garnett, here come.
You're Ray Allen.
Rajon
He
Rondo.
ripped on Way Allen. Hall of Famer. Kevin Garnett, Hall of Famer. Rajon Rondo is definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Paul Pierce, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame.
Paul Pierce a goofy ass nigga.
Yeah, they pretty good, yo. They should put what's his name in there?
Who?
Sean Williams, the fat man. Who's the fat man? Is that Sean Williams? No.
Perkins?
No.
I mean, Big Baby?
Big Baby. What's his name?
Yeah, Davis.
Who?
Davis.
Davis. Where is he? I don't see him here. Oh, he's not on this team. I thought he was. Maybe he's on the 2008 team.
He might be on the later team.
No, he's on the team that won. All right. So this is 3 Hall of Famers right here he beat. Okay. That's okay. That's great. So let's go back to the list again. Okay. So Indiana, we already talked about that. Paul Pierce. I mean, not Paul Pierce. Fucking
Paul George.
Paul George. Miami, Atlanta Hawks. This team was great. I believe, and this is just me, talking my shit. I think that when all is said and done, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle
That man done
Korver.
played everywhere.
Where is Millsap? Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
What?
Al Horford. You don't think Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Are you serious?
You think Paul
Mil-
Millsap was it?
Paul Millsap was nice. Oh my God! Just because he didn't. Let me show you Paul Millsap.
What?
Are you crazy? Dog, the numbers, yo. Look at the numbers, yo. This dude,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
he averaged 13 a year. Look at this, 17, 18. He was a
Hold on.
walking.
Hold on.
Walking
What do you-
double,
Hugh,
triple.
Hugh. All right. We gotta pump the brakes. You put
Yo, he was
Paul
48%
Millsap.
for the. I thought he was better than this for some reason.
Dang. He said, let me tell you about your boy Paul Millsap.
Yo,
Let
he
me
had
walk,
one good year.
let me walk this
He's
back.
been in an all-star game. Yo, my bad, yo. I stand corrected.
Call that a mishap.
He don't suck, but he was mid. I'm looking at the numbers. Yeah, all right, my bad. I take that back. Paul Millsap.
He said, sorry, Paul, I wasn't familiar with your
I
game.
was not familiar with your
Let me
game
show
at
you
all.
Paul Millsap.
I just thought you had a long career.
That's a clip right there.
That should be the
Yo,
name
my
of this
bad.
episode. We should,
Paul
show
big-
Millsap.
big
Paul
mishap.
Millsap content. I think Al Horford will be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
He good.
Oh, yeah.
He did. Let's see what his numbers were. Yeah, he got another. Yeah, he's solid. 8 and 12. I don't know about this guy either.
It's
Good role player.
Yeah,
He's in that John Starks type of.
I think he's more
Yeah,
impressive
category.
because at his advanced age, he was still
Yeah,
contributing
yeah,
to
I
a
think
team
you're
that
right.
won
Yeah.
a championship.
Yeah.
It's what have you done for me
All right,
lately
here we go.
type shit.
This is where they started messing with the league. So he beat up on 2018 Toronto Raptors. We already know. Damn, this is like very thorough.
LeBron.
So we got Anthony Bennett now. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, definitely gonna be in the Hall. I don't know. Bismack Biyombo's walking that fine line between. No, I was kidding.
I'm about to
Valanciunas
say, what?
is nice. No, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame caliber. Man, I can't believe he is such a flop. He's Canadian too. All right, let's go back. Toronto and Boston. Young Boston team, but they met them twice in the Eastern Conference Finals, and these guys were real good. They're real good. Jaylen Brown, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. What?
You said who?
Jaylen Brown. Obviously, what's his name? Isaiah Thomas. No, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas was nice. Didn't have what's his name on this team. What's his name was the year after that.
Talking about JT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tatum. Marcus Smart.
yeah.
Marcus Smart was good back then. After he got traded, he kind of fell off. But he was good. These are good teams. Okay. So now I
Look, I'm not going to say these aren't good teams. I'm not trying to hate on the fact that but I'm saying that the The Eastern Conference, when Jordan played in the Eastern Conference, was
It
a
wasn't.
tougher.
No, it wasn't. It's the same fucking conference.
I can't
If anything, it was
safely
weak.
say that only because I got recency bias.
But no, you gotta
Like
look at the talent.
I'm more
that he-
familiar with the talent pool from LeBron's run, so I would lean because a lot of those players are still producing, so I'll lean more towards LeBron. I wasn't watching basketball in
but you
95,
gotta do this.
96, because I was
You gotta
3.
look at this. When LeBron took Cleveland on that second run, 2 of those years he didn't have the squad that that he had. Like I think 2018 it was he was by himself pretty much. And 2017, no, they brought Kyrie and all them with them.
People forget some of those teams was like weirdly stacked. Like it was a point where it was him, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, and Isaiah Thomas on the same Cavaliers team. And I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
but Derrick
That
Rose
happened?
was washed and Isaiah Thomas was washed too. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was that era where he was all the king's horses and all the king's men. He was like cobbling together the bootleg Avengers at that point.
They want the vets with the experience, and everybody found out you need to know how to
And
fucking run
he
up
used
and down
that
the court
same
still.
he used that same strategy and got lucky in the bubble because that was another
That's
hobble
not
together.
That was not dog. They were
That
the
was
best
another hobble
team
together
in the-
team.
Get the fuck out of here. They had the best record in the whole league going
In the
into
bubble,
COVID.
bro.
No,
In the fucking bubble, bro.
Dog, did you not pay attention to that season before COVID?
Yeah, I was there, bro. Yeah, I was there.
They had the
Like,
best
yeah,
record in
they
the
had
league.
some young guns that they ended up shipping
the
out,
fuck
and then
outta
after
here.
that,
No,
they
no,
started
no,
hobbling
no,
together
no.
the White
They had
Howards
the
and
best-
shit, bro.
Dwight
Damn,
Howard
bro.
was on the team before that. He was
Yeah,
on the team. They
and
signed him at the beginning. No,
that little
you're not doing
that little
this right now.
butthole tickler, bro.
You're not
Fuck him.
doing this right now. You're not doing this right now.
Brother, just
I'm
like
gonna say
Drake, I
this.
hope LeBron
Look,
cutting you a big check, bro. I
I'ma
hope
say this.
Nike
I'ma
is
say
backing
this.
up the truck for you,
Before we
bro.
get into the comments,
That
all I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
ass, bro.
All
That
I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
fucking terrible. It's an asterisk season, bro.
dog.
It's not even about being a Jordan fan. It's an asterisk season,
Dog.
bro.
Dog.
You're out of your fucking mind. You might be suffering from COVID still.
It's just like
You're
the 55
you're in
game.
denial, bro.
It's just like the
I'm not in
55 game
denial.
season. I look at
You
the
definitely
55
are,
game
bro.
season the same way. The 55 game season was like the
It's
asterisk,
an asterisk season, bro.
Yeah.
Those are just asterisks. You just gotta get
Yeah.
over that one, bro. And I'm not saying LeBron didn't deserve to win. I never said that. Didn't say it still was a cobbled together asterisk ass season, bro.
Yeah, but they'll count that against him. As like,
I'm not.
that's not a real championship.
Nah, it's still a
Everybody calls it
championship.
a Mickey Mouse championship, even though
Nah, I don't call it that.
just
It's
a
still a
competition.
championship, just like LeBron. You know that joke. Here's one Jordan don't got over LeBron. He never won no playing tournament. See, haha. We all can make those kind of little jokes. You know what I'm saying? Jordan ain't never get one of those.
You
So,
know,
but I'm just saying, like,
never won an NBA Cup either.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and,
that
and,
isn't.
and LeBron
First-
neither participated nor
Here
won a
come the
dunk
slam
contest.
dunk contest. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
So, well, this is what I'm saying though.
Oh, he's right up there. Like, look at the people that won it recently.
No.
Mac McClung. Some guy's not even in NBA
well, no,
fucking A.
because
Fuck outta here,
stars
bro.
stopped doing it out of trying to be a little too cute. LeBron
Yeah,
didn't want to be out
because-
there trying to do a dunk contest in the NBA. He had, that wasn't that
Plus ain't want
changed.
to lose.
But when MJ was in the league, it was part of like, motherfucker, if you ain't in there, you hiding, right? Dominique's in
you
there,
hide-
like
you hiding.
like. But that's what it was back then.
Whatever. Look, let's
Everything
go
was
through
on
these
front. See,
comments.
that's the whole difference. Everything was on Front Street back then. Everything was on Front
Everything.
Street. You had to play 82, or you was a bitch. You had to go up
Play
to every
82
practice.
games,
You had-
right.
I mean, that's how people looked at you. Your peers looked at you like you was a bitch if you flopped and you fell on the
Okay.
ground. And if somebody, that's how it was.
Okay,
You don't
that's
act like
fine.
the hard fouls and stuff. But LeBron flops. That to
Okay.
me gives me a little bit of chink on
I
his
think
armor.
because everything's
He
in
also-
HD right now, that
What's up
everybody
on
can
HD?
see. Yeah.
He literally flops. He literally flops. Like,
Okay.
there's no
All
question
right.
about how hard he
Literally
flops.
flop. Yeah, Jordan flopped too. We just don't have a lot of videotape on it. They padded his
And you
stats.
know they would find.
God damn, it's
I think
7-19.
flopping is less than padding of stats.
Thunder
What
whooping
happened?
ass right.
Getting-
7-19. Thunder's whooping ass right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to close it out. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Here's Fat Trell.
I'm about to say the real Fat Trell. Shout out Fat Trell, bro.
Do your research. The Pistons were not
Yes.
old. They won whatever. Again, I didn't do my research. They were washed and they lost.
Okay.
They lost because they were washed. Now, according to your, if they were 1 or 2 years younger, they'd be whooping Jordan's ass like they did when they were 1 or 2 years
Oh
younger.
my goodness.
They were
Hey man,
whooping
you got to
Jordan's
give
ass.
Trail some credit though. He seems
He did the
poised.
research.
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially
he
his response.
He got that. He got that. You know that very
Yeah.
professional.
Do
picture.
your research.
Trey
carry
Triple
more
G.
teams and score more points
Now, look,
and
I
got more
countered, but I said-
rebounds, we got to start getting you some commas. And got more assists, beat and played against better competition. And he's still going.
Yeah. See, here we go. I
Okay.
like that. Jordan is the greatest. LeBron's the best player to play. Jordan's the greatest.
Where did he say
yeah,
that,
Muhammad
Jordan?
Ali.
Yo, holy
like Muhammad
shit.
Ali.
I
It's like
say
Muhammad
that
Ali.
all the time, bro.
Yeah, it's like
The
Muhammad
greatest
Ali.
Didn't I
at
say
what?
that on the episode?
The greatest at what?
Look, it's
Overall
like
being a
Muhammad
basketball
Ali.
player.
Yeah, it's like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's the greatest, right? But Floyd's undefeated, all this kind of stuff, right? But
Floyd
Muhammad
is-
Ali
one of them's a
is the
heavyweight.
greatest.
You can
It doesn't
arguably
matter.
say
It doesn't matter. It
Hey,
doesn't
yo,
matter.
Muhammad Ali.
Trail G,
doesn't
come on the show,
matter.
bro.
It doesn't matter.
it
People
doesn't
recognize
matter.
Muhammad Ali as the greatest,
All right.
whatever weight class he would be in. Trust me on that.
The only
Trust me on
this
that.
guy's the
Trust
only
no.
person with sense around here. The only Nixon in the Hall of Fame is Ewing and Reggie Miller. No one else. These are the only Hall of Famers he beat in the East that mattered or whatever. That they would go on those runs. Maybe Isaiah. Maybe 3. He forgot Isaiah.
Shaq?
But Isaiah.
What about
was-
Shaq?
We totally threw out the
Shaq.
Pistons. That's interesting.
Okay.
I say, bro, what about Shaq?
And
Either way.
Shaq, yeah, exactly.
Jordan didn't play real competition.
Reggie Miller,
No,
Reggie
he
Miller,
isn't.
like come on.
New York Hall of Fame. Okay, just New York Hall of Fame. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy annoyed the shit out of me. He's trying to be all like hard to beat the best team when you are the best team. 90s Bulls. I don't
Yeah,
understand what
yeah.
that even means.
Because he's telling you,
Golden
you-
State
the
better
best
team than the Bulls.
He wouldn't have faced anybody as great as him.
But look,
LeBron,
yeah,
LeBron,
yeah.
LeBron was going to face a team that he wasn't on that was greater
Yeah.
than his team.
I
That was
got
going to
it.
happen, and
Yes.
Jordan was never going to face that.
Jordan.
He was
yeah.
never going to face that because if Jordan would have went to another team, if Jordan combined and went with and played with another team that had a Kyrie or some, like another situation or a Wade or whatever,
There was no better
they
team
would've-
than the Bulls.
Yes.
What team had Pippen? Why would he not want to be on that team?
But why
They had
wouldn't it be
Pippen,
why wouldn't it be the
all
same
those
way
people.
with why wouldn't it be the,
The
same
best
way
coach
with
in the league.
Why wouldn't it be the same way with LeBron and Wade and Bosh? Why wouldn't it be the same way with them? Just run through
What are
everybody.
you talking about? Run through. What are you talking about? Bosh was not is no Pippen or
Okay.
whoever.
Let me
Wade
ask you a
was-
question. Let me ask you a
Wade
question.
Literally.
Let me ask you a question.
On his last legs during that
Let me
run.
ask you a question. Kobe and Shaq, when they went on a three-peat, right? Kobe and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say was there a better team than them during that run? During that run, would you go and say this other team is greater than them? If they beat this team, it's going to put them at a higher level. Would you have said that during their three-peat?
No, because they were the
Yeah,
best team.
okay. Exactly. We have many occasions where LeBron is going up against a team that we say, you know what?
No,
that
no,
team
no,
is better
no,
than
no,
LeBron.
no. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so Golden
many.
State
Actually, yes,
Warriors?
you're right.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
you're
go,
many.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
he's
what
the
I'm saying.
underdog going into these things, and he's beating the best team.
but
Jordan
that's the
never beat the best
but
team.
Hugh,
That's
but
what I'm
Hugh,
saying. He was on
but
the best team.
He's because he's the best player ever. He's on the best team. You ever hear the
The
scenario?
best player beats the best competition.
Okay, here's the thing.
Can anybody
Yeah,
agree with that right
you-
now?
you-
The best
yeah.
players beat the best competition.
No, it's not about the best. If you put the
Does that
best
make
player,
sense, Kyrie?
okay,
No,
here we go.
He's
Here
looking
we
like
go.
confused. Like if you're competitive, everybody's a competitor here, right?
Okay.
You-
Yeah. Hold on. Let-
Sean may be the best of whatever the fuck he does, but I'm gonna try to compete with him. I'm gonna train up, get my muscles up. I'm gonna jump high, do whatever the fuck. And then one day, after Sean been whooping my ass all season, I get up in the playoffs and I bust his ass because I trained up to be like that and then to be better than him. Now who's the best?
Okay. Now, I see your point. If you beat the best, you become the best. You have a tougher obstacle ahead of you, knowing that you are not the best.
LeBron has only been favored
Right.
I think once or twice in the finals.
Sean is saying, and what this person, Avery Smith, is saying, it's hard to do that, though, when you're already the crown jewel.
Yes.
He's saying because Jordan is on the team, that's
Yes.
what makes
Yes.
them the best.
Yes.
Yes, I agree
Yes.
with that.
So, but LeBron's on the team doesn't.
But,
take
but,
Jordan.
to
No,
Hugh's
no.
point, to
Take-
H's point, he's saying that's why LeBron had a tougher road because he wasn't the best.
His
You
teams
get
were
what
not
I'm?
the
You get
best.
what he's
Yeah,
saying?
no,
He's
teams.
saying like
So-
if
No,
LeBron
LeBron-
had a
LeBron is
a Pippen
I do
LeBron
get
is
equivalent,
the best.
Yes. No, I do.
because if
No,
you
no,
look
no,
at Pippen's
LeBron
numbers,
is the
when you
best.
look at Pippen's
No,
numbers
no,
in certain areas, areas,
LeBron
Pippen-
is the best, but his teams were not the best. That's what you got.
that's what I'm saying. In certain areas, Pippen's numbers was better than Jordan's. So like LeBron didn't have a person who was like that for him. The closest comparison would be Dwayne Wade,
Well,
Cleveland era
averaged
Kyrie.
30 plus in that.
That's
in
what
that
that's what I
finals.
said.
Yeah,
Cleveland era
yeah,
Kyrie.
yeah.
But then on top of that, you had role players like Rodman, who everyone's quick to look at somebody's production and points, but Rodman rebounds and
Yeah.
defensive capabilities was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Did LeBron have that same structure?
Well, here's the thing, though.
He didn't
Here's the
play. He's
thing.
not a system
No,
player.
but here's what I look at.
Every
Here's what I
system
look
was
at.
built around
And-
LeBron.
But
And
here's what I look at.
and that's the point that H is making. He had a tougher road, so I
Yeah.
understand where he's coming from with that.
But Kari, this is my, and this is always, I think for me, the thing that bookends and puts this to bed is that with all those things being said, Jordan left the fucking game, came back, and that team he left didn't fucking go to the championship. I'm not saying win. They didn't go to the championship. When he came back, they won 3 straight from a stint of him playing a whole fucking other sport, amateur or otherwise. That to me, when you look at a LeBron in the league for 20 years plus, can't string along runs such as that Shaq was able to do with Kobe, right? That MJ was able to do twice. That to me puts him in another echelon of greatness to me.
But you
that
don't
he was
have-
able to do that twice.
Who was he
left
playing
the game
in the finals?
But it's not about. It's not. Listen, it's so extraordinary for him to leave the game.
Dog,
Professional sports.
Golden State had to
training
pick
every
up-
day to play NBA basketball.
So
the
when-
reps that come with that, the travel that comes with
are
that,
you-
and then come back and play 82 again.
Okay.
And when on the second act,
After
they go 72-10.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
they
Come on! What are we
suck-
talking about right now? This is
they
absolutely.
got rid of Horace Grant.
It doesn't.
and picked
listen,
up
what
Dennis
I just
Rodman.
said. Put whatever factors you want.
They
to
had
put
the
into
best
it. What I just
international
said,
player in the league coming off their
Put
bench.
into it whatever I just said. Whatever. you
Kukoc
wanna
should
put
have been
into it.
starting on any other
Whatever
team. But he came
you-
off the
what-
bench. for
However
them.
you want to line it up.
That's how good they were. That team was
How-
so stacked.
Listen.
It
There
did
was
not
a
matter.
year-
Steve
there was
Kerr
a year-
was a fucking bucket from
Look,
anywhere.
there was a year you had on one team Gary Payton, Karl Malone. They was chasing the ring. Shaq, Kobe was on that team.
They
right?
were all like
And
39 years old. Get the
Shaq
fuck
and
out-
Kobe.
get the
Shaq
fuck
and
outta
Kobe.
here.
Hold on,
No,
Shaq
the
and
other
Kobe.
two motherfuckers,
Okay,
the old
here's-
motherfuckers.
But here, look. This is what I'm
Gary
saying
Payton.
about. Okay,
he was washed already.
But
so was Karl Malone.
Hugh.
Come
But
on,
this is
man.
this is what I'm saying about MJ, right? You
What
just
happened
talked
when
about
he got
no,
washed?
no,
he went to
no,
Washington
no,
D.C. He
no,
couldn't fucking
no.
even. He lost the record.
He was off a three-peat. He left for
off
3
a
years.
three-peat.
So-
He comes
Kurt,
off a
Kurt.
three-peat. He
I
comes
think
back to
this-
3
so
years of
here's-
fucking rest.
I've realized the
Fuck
problem
outta
with
here.
LeBron to Jordan
Okay.
fans. We
No,
appreciate two different things. No, it's true.
What do you
We can-
appreciate?
We appreciate two different things.
Nostalgia was one.
No, it's not about nostalgia. It's not about
Yes, it is.
nostalgia. It's not
All
about
about
nostalgia.
nostalgia.
Let me just make
It
this
is.
point. It's not about nostalgia. It's about the fact that Jordan left the game twice and came back and was great. To leave a professional sport and come back and be great is insane. You don't just
So-
lace him up for after. No, Hugh, you have to
Wait,
understand this point.
pause.
You don't. When he went to the Wizards, he had not played basketball for 3 years.
And it
Came
looked
back
like he
and
hadn't
averaged-
played in 3 years.
But
Yeah.
Hugh, he came back, averaged 20. He was on one leg and he played 82 a season, my guy. You don't
One
understand. I don't give a fuck. One season. Showing up, riding the bench at the end there for
Okay,
82.
so
You
LeBron-
can't even get
okay,
to people
wait.
commit to these.
LeBron
I'm
has played
you don't
22
understand.
straight years.
He did not
Ma-
play one.
Spent half his career in the NBA Finals. Made all NBA 19, 20 times.
But he's
like
not been
second
able
team
to
All
do.
NBA.
I don't give a fuck. No,
This
he's
year.
not been able to do shit that
Top
Jordan
10
has
player.
been able to do.
He's done
I'm
everything
just-
Jordan has done. He's won a championship. He's
The
won All-Star
greatest-
MVP. He's won MVP.
I'm
He's
going
won
to tell you
everything.
this. And you know what the thing is?
Finals
The greatest
is not
thing.
the only thing. Because there's
No,
teams who have
no.
won finals
No,
that don't even nobody fucking care about
the
anymore.
greatest thing that
It's a team sport.
LeBron, in my opinion, the greatest thing LeBron has done in his career, in my opinion, regardless of scoring points and all that shit, is bringing a championship to Cleveland. That to me,
I think that was a
be-
greater
beating
accomplishment than what Jordan did.
beating that Golden State. Jordan did three-peat twice, Hugh.
Jordan did the same
You-
thing.
you-
Chicago
you
didn't have a
can't-
championship until he gave him one.
Yeah, yes.
So you
yes.
gotta be fair on that one.
Yeah, Jordan did it three-peat twice. You know how hard that is? Like, that's... Like,
The
that's,
league, it was an expansion league at that time, the second run.
Okay.
And it was changing the guard the first time. Expansion League.
So what
All the
about
stuff, they had
expansion
the
league with
stack team.
Lakers?
They
What about
brought
the
on
Lakers?
Dennis Rodman.
What about
they
the Lakers
brought
then?
on the best international player
What about Shaq
at
and
that
Kobe?
time.
How come Shaq and Kobe could do it then? Remember,
and
LeBron
Kobe.
said not one championship, not two, not three, not four, not five.
They won back-to-back. I mean, it's hard to do that in the
So
NBA.
did Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons did as well.
Golden State
Congratulations.
has
That's amazing.
Detroit Golden State is arguably a better team than the Jordan Bulls, the second Jordan Bulls run, but they couldn't do it back-to-back because KD got hurt. And Clay got hurt that year in the finals. Jordan never got hurt. They played mediocre competition. That's all I gotta say. You look at the numbers, look at the people they played in the finals, and you'll understand
Hold on.
by the fact that he beat mediocre teams 6 times. Phoenix fucking Suns. Kevin Johnson. Fuck out of here. You
Hold
compare
on.
him to
So
Steph Curry?
Charles Barkley?
You don't think he was washed by the time he
Oh
made it
my
to
God!
Phoenix?
He won.
come on,
he won
bro.
MVP. Like
And 93, he was not washed, bro.
He was washed.
No way, bro.
He was washed.
he was up for
in 98.
MVP.
Let's get to these comments, bro. Let's
he
get
was
to these.
Back to the comments.
Either way.
Oh
Either
my
way.
God.
Shout out to my man Avery.
No, you know what offended me is what this motherfucker said? Don't blame those. No, look, he assumed I'd never seen Jordan play. I was a big Jordan fan, by the way.
That's a likely assumption.
What?
That's a likely assumption that you haven't seen.
What?
No, honestly, if I was from the outside looking in, I would probably think you haven't seen Jordan play either.
I did, dude. I'm older than you. I seen Jordan play in '85.
No, I would think you haven't from
You
the
were still
if I was
in diapers or
outside
some
looking
shit like
in.
that.
If I was on the outside looking in, I would think you hadn't seen Jordan play.
No, because I'm objective and critical.
No,
Sorry.
you're very subjective against Jordan.
Subjective? Seriously?
Yes.
Seriously, you ignore everything LeBron does. Oh, he flops. He does this.
I said he's on.
But I literally say,
I say he's on my
literally
Mount
know.
Rushmore. You get
Okay,
mad
but
because
you
he's
say-
number
you get
two.
mad because
That's
he
fine.
flops. Oh, he hasn't won enough finals.
He's number
if
two.
He won, look, if he
To be number one, you got to do
ironically,
special
if
things.
If he were to pull
you got to
out,
do more special
let's
things.
let's just say in the next, let's just say like the Lakers Magic, like to next
He's
year,
number
Luka.
two.
No, let's
It's
just say,
fine.
let's just say let's just say in a fantasy world, right? That the Lakers pick up Giannis next year randomly, and he decides to like LeBron goes league minimum to play with Giannis and Luka. Luka comes back thin and trim and bulk up. And they fucking destroy it. The next 3 seasons, LeBron's being a role player now, and they win 3 straight chips. Do those matter to you? Now he has 7 championships, and he won 3 in a row with the Lakers. Would that matter to you? You did. He was on a stacked team.
You would have to acknowledge that, though.
Yeah, you acknowledge that, of course, but we have to go back to your arguments when people are quote unquote washed, right? So if someone's washed and they
context
get a chip,
matters.
well, context matters. If
can't say that-
if LeBron is washed and he's a role player and he gets chips,
He can then use.
I'm gonna
You
go
gonna
with
say
the
that? You
guy
gonna say
who's
the
not
same
washed,
thing?
though.
No, but he's gonna do
No,
the
no,
same
no,
thing
no.
you just did to him. He got
Yeah,
Luka.
he's
He got
washed.
Giannis
Yeah,
the same way. You could be
exactly.
like he had
Yeah.
Rodman. He
Yeah,
had. Yeah, you can do the same thing.
But that's the thing. Jordan never got to the finals with the people he played with until he got the greatest
you
players
know what
around
the other
him.
thing is? You know what the other big thing is?
So,
Outside
LeBron
of the three,
has been
outside of
there.
the 2 3-peats, outside of the 2 3-peats, Jordan leaving the game, coming getting another 3-peat. You know what the other thing with LeBron is that for him, there was a time where he wasn't the man on his team. Jordan never had that experience. When he went to Miami, that was D Wade's team. That's unquestionable.
Yeah, it was,
That was
because they
D
just-
Wade's
they just-
team.
they won a
But it's not
championship in
just, it's not just,
2006.
it's not, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that was the Jordan. It never could have happened. He could have went to any team on any.
That's not true
level
at all.
that
That's
he would,
not true
So
at
what
all.
team would he have gone to in his era? He wouldn't have been the man on the team.
Would they win though?
No. I'm asking you
Again,
What
he was
team-
on
during
the
Jordan's
best
era.
team.
No, because you just made an interesting point. What team would
Remember
Jordan
that man,
have?
Jordan's
what Jo-
agent.
what Jo-
Jordan's
no,
agent. Remember he came
no,
out
no.
recently
Don't run
and
away
said,
from it.
No,
Don't run
man.
away
I'm
from
telling
it.
you, this is
He
the
said
argument that
talking. Whoa, that's
Jordan's agent came out and said if Jordan cherry picked teams like LeBron, he'd have 15
have-
chips.
Okay, I'm asking
Right?
you a question though. What
That's
team would
not
Jordan have
true
gone
at all.
to where he wasn't going to be the man when he stepped foot on day one?
No team. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
exactly. But
Would they
there's
win,
teams,
though?
There's teams that LeBron would
Would
have
they
gone
win?
to where he's
LeBron
not
has
the
been
man.
on 3 different teams that he's brought deep into playoffs run and won chips with.
And,
So
and one he
Jordan's
wasn't the
never
man
done
on.
that.
He wasn't the main when he went to.
Jordan
that was,
couldn't
that
get
was
it done
D-Wade's
until
team.
he got a good number
so
2.
He played for
LeBron
D-Wade's
did it
team.
without a number 2.
What, did he play
3
with
times,
D-Wade's
I think.
team? Okay. Will you attest it was D-Wade's team?
The 2011
Will you attest
team?
the Heat was D-Wade's team? Yes.
When? 2011 when
he-
they lost, yeah.
No.
And then they
when
fixed
he
that.
went to what? Okay, but was it D-Wade's team?
It was.
Was
That's
it
the
D
way-
Wade's team? Was D Wade
Yeah.
the apex?
They
Okay,
said it-
perfect. That would never happen with
I
MJ
don't
ever.
think, but the way
Ever.
they're
Ever. That would,
Dog.
what do you mean you don't
Dog.
think he was on the
Dog.
team, a dream team? Guess who the apex was? Jordan. Everybody knew MJ, and that's a team of
All right,
all-time greats.
LeBron was the apex on this year's Olympic
LeBron was
team.
on an NBA squad, and he wasn't the man on his team.
And that's
one time.
because LeBron
There's
always
no because. Who matters?
is a pass
who cares?
first.
Because it's irrelevant.
Pass
it
first.
happened. Because it's
He'll
irrelevant.
pass.
It happened.
No,
it happened. He
What
was
does that
not
have
the
to
man
do
on
with
his
anything?
team.
They
To
still
your own
made it to the
admission.
finals.
You admitted it. You admitted it.
What
You
does that have to
admitted
do
it.
with
Shout out,
anything?
shout out to Avery.
What does that have to do with anything? Again,
What do you mean? That's factors. In
Jordan,
the Jordan fan
LeBron
era,
that
fans,
year.
That's
Or
a
he's
factor.
He won MVP.
Jordan fans are up here as far as where certain levels. You can't not be the man on your team to be in Jordan's level. That can't be. We're not
Even
putting guys
when
wasn't the
LeBron
man
was-
on their team.
No.
We're
You're
not
saying-
putting guys
okay,
who
let me
never
put it to you
whoever
this way.
was a man.
LeBron-
We're not putting guys on the same level
Look
as
at those
MJ,
numbers
who wasn't
in
the
that
man on
year.
their team at one
If-
point.
if-
We're not
if-
doing it.
Can
We're
I-
not
can
doing
I-
it. You
can
got to
I-
be
let
the
me
man
just-
on your
let me
team.
Just to shut you down
The
real quick.
apex.
Let me shut you down real quick. That year, if you look at the numbers, LeBron outperformed D Wade.
I don't care about outperformance. We knew that was
That
Dwayne's
makes
team.
you the man.
He knew that
knew-
was Dwayne's team.
It was
no,
his team.
LeBron knew that
Because it's a
Michael
team
Jordan would never
sport.
be. When they asked Michael Jordan during the Olympics, when Ahmad Rashad interviewed him as he was in a hotel, Ahmad Rashad said, "Hey, dream team, all these great players. Who going to take the last shot?" He looked at him and said, "What do you? That's a stupid question. Of course, me."
He
What do you
probably
call-
missed that
Look,
shot.
it's not
Shooting
about
percentage
missing-
and that
the
shit.
mentality is big with MJ fans. The mentality is so.
There's
LeBron
a lot
didn't
of
have that.
there's a lot of bum ass niggas that is Jordan fans, yo. You gotta, you gotta.
What are you talking about? The mentality I'm talking about of what people put with MJ. He was different. He was never going to
different.
go to a team he wasn't the man on. Never was going to happen. I don't give a fuck if he's 50. He was never going to not be the man. When he went to that team on the Wizards
does it
when he
have
was
to
40
do
plus, he was the
with the better-
man. Guess what? On this Laker team, John Luca is the man. Jordan, whatever team he
Is
was
he?
going to be on. That's Luca's team now. What are you, crazy? LeBron will
will
tell
be.
you that. LeBron was telling everybody it was AD's team a couple
Okay.
years back. LeBron's saying that. You know who would never say that? The greatest player of all time.
Isn't
the
that kind
greatest
of
to ever
like
step on the
selfish
court.
and self-serving?
Yes. And you know what? That's what you want out of the GOAT. Tom Brady was a psychopath. GOAT. That's what you want. Yes. Said Tom Brady, are you kidding me? He would go
He was
on
a
his
psychopath?
offensive line. Yes.
Yeah, he was a
Psycho
psychopath
Tom.
because he decided to
His-
go back
Yeah,
when he
his
been should have
nickname-
retired.
His nickname was Psycho Tom. That's what they called him on the team. Are you kidding me?
Everybody's
These guys,
different. Oh, but
everybody's
dog-
not different. Goats are
Yes,
goats.
dog.
Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. They want to eat your lunch every day of the week. There's not a day they say, "Oh, you're my friend today."
So just
no,
because
every day,
just
Every
because
time they step
LeBron
on that
can
fucking
be
field, they wanna
friendly
eat your
and
lunch.
still
Serena
overachieve
Williams
and win.
wants to eat your lunch. Serena Williams wants to eat your lunch every day. It ain't my sister. No, she wants to destroy her sister too. That's
sister's
what we're
beaten her
talking
before.
about. But no, she wants to destroy her.
You're
That's
missing
what
this
we're talking
point,
about
yeah.
when it comes to
But-
GOAT level. No, GOAT
What
level
is-
is different.
So you
It's
have
different.
to be a horrible person to be the best?
Yes, you do. You do.
That's not
you
nice.
sacrifice everything in your world.
What are you
No,
talking-
I mean
Sacrifice?
everything
So wait,
in your
LeBron's
world.
been in the league,
Tom
been
Brady.
the face
Oh my
of the
God.
league.
Let's look at the GOATs. Muhammad Ali sacrificed his life to be the GOAT and like to be the greatest of all time.
Team
You
ever.
sacrifice. You put everything on the line. That's a difference, bro. I'm telling you.
I still don't
LeBron is too
understand-
comfortable to be the GOAT. He's too comfy.
He's too
He's
comfortable?
cozy. Yes, that's why he rolls around when
cozy?
somebody hits 65 games, walking in with wine. Hey, come on, bro. LeBron.
Yeah, because he
Jordan
makes it look
Jordan-
easy.
Jordan would play 18 and still drop 40. It's different.
18, what? What was he
18.
talking
He'll
about?
play a full round of golf and still drop 40. It's
What does that have to
documented.
do with anything?
It has to do with everything. It's documented. LeBron gets a groin pull, he's out. Gets spasms, cramps, he's out.
Everybody
This is
does that,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Gotta take
now.
care of yourself.
Yeah, so we're not going to see another.
So you're
GOAT for a
gonna
long
kill
time.
yourself to play basketball.
I'm not. That's
ball,
why
or
I'm not
hockey
the
or
GOAT.
whatever.
I won't. That's why I'm not the GOAT in basketball. But to be that level, yes, you have to. Unfortunately,
But can
Yes,
somebody be
there's
so
no but.
talented that they can do
no,
it all?
No, talent is one thing.
See, that's the
You
funny
gotta-
thing about this whole
because
debate.
Jordan actually
Because
wasn't the most
Jordan-
talented coming up.
Jordan,
He wasn't the most
wasn't
highly
very
touted
talented.
coming up. He
I
had to
understand
grind that out.
He got
He
cut by
wasn't
his
the-
high
he-
school coach, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he had
I
to
get
grind
it.
that shit out. So
I get it. And
his mentality is
LeBron
different.
made it look easy.
Well, listen, it was
He
a
didn't
lot
have a
of
point to prove. When LeBron won a chip, he won a chip. When he won in Cleveland, he won in Cleveland. He don't have to win multiple championships. Even if he did, no, your stupid ass is gonna be up here saying it don't count, it don't matter.
It's not
'cause you
about
didn't do
not
it 10
counting.
times in a row,
See,
Jordan.
what you do
because
is think we're discrediting. You think I'm
you
discrediting
are.
LeBron?
You are.
I'm not discrediting
Because
LeBron. He's
the greatest,
number
the greatest,
number
Doug,
2 all
the
time.
greatest-
So
the
a basketball
greatest
fan
players,
should not be
Doug,
discrediting.
the greatest players are the ones that make it look easy. Jordan, if he's sitting there having to put 20 ice packs on his legs and do this, that, and the third, and play the flu game and all that shit, LeBron can take a few games off, still run for the NBA chip.
But we're
Let
not
me
talking
tell you
about a
something.
few.
He's
We're not talking about
never
a few.
missed a playoff game.
We're not talking about a few games.
He's never missed a regular
But Hugh,
season
when you can
playoff
take
game?
when you take 2-3 weeks off going into the playoff season, I mean, come on.
No, he doesn't
Yes.
do that.
Well,
Everybody
look, when you
sits
play,
their best talent towards the end of the. Everybody
okay,
does that
Okay, but I'm
because
saying
they
that
saw the
wasn't-
toll it
that-
took on those other old players.
Well, it did take a toll
Again,
for MJ.
Jordan-
He averaged
no,
MJ 30 plus. MJ 30 plus.
He took
30
years
plus.
off. He took 2 years off to play fucking softball and shit.
Yes,
Then he took
and he
3
still
years
has more
off to come back and
championships.
ruin
Yes.
the Wizards'
And he's still
reputation
top
and record.
5 all time in scoring. Yes, all these things. Yes, yes. All
Yeah,
all
but
defensive.
He never
nine
took
times.
a break.
More than
he never
LeBron.
took a break.
Yes.
Kari, you heard that? He never took a break. He never took a game off.
Well,
he took
not
years
when he was
off.
not when he
from
was
the game.
playing in the NBA. Not
No,
when
he
he's
took-
playing in the NBA.
How do you not count taking years off as not playing in the NBA?
Because when he laced up, he was there.
When he laced
showing
him up, LeBron
Yes.
has showed up for 22 fucking years.
No, he
Jordan
hasn't.
had to take 2 years
Hold on.
off to
Hold
fucking
on. No,
find
he hasn't.
himself. And
No,
then he took
but
3
that's-
years
that's
off
not
to
a true
fucking
statement.
do it.
He
How
hasn't.
is it? How is it?
He
how?
hasn't. Look
He
at the
said,
games.
I'm tired. I did everything.
Look at the
he did.
games. He
I'm done.
plays 60.
I'm bored
He
with
plays
the
60.
game.
He
I'm
plays
bored
60
with the
a game. Okay, so to that, to what you're saying, he's shown up
LeBron
every
played
22 years.
71 games
So-
this year. LeBron
so,
played
okay.
70. He missed what 10, 8, 9, 10
Okay.
games, whatever.
So would you say when Jordan the year he took that sabbatical out of the league, would you say the same amount of years? Let's say it was 7-8 years that Jordan was in the league. Let's say, right, if we're back of the envelope, how many games in that 7-8 year period do you think LeBron James missed?
I don't fucking
Total.
care.
Exactly, but it probably amounts
Because
to more
the same
games
way
than
you
Jordan
count,
missed
the
for
only
the 2
thing
left.
that got up
So
on
why
LeBron
does
is
it
the
ma-
amount
so
of
why
rings
does it
that he got
matter?
and how many games consecutively he plays in the season. Nobody gives a fuck about those things.
Now they don't, but Jordan fans do. LeBron fans
yeah,
don't
exactly.
care about
Because you
that
know why?
stuff.
Y'all are
No.
running out of shit to
No,
talk about.
No, there's not running out of. You know what?
Because this
Started
was not an
with- no,
argument
no,
until
no,
now.
No, it's not running out of.
After
What
he
happens is
surpassed Kareem,
what happens
after
is
he's
no.
been made it to the top 10.
What
after
happens
he made
is
all NBAs.
a
After he made it
game-
the All-Star
no,
game
no,
ever made.
no.
Oh, all
Hugh,
of a
I'm
sudden,
gonna-
okay.
no.
Oh, all we got is 6 rings and how many games Jordan played consecutively
Hugh,
after
I'm
taking
gonna
3
explain
years off,
something
4
to you.
years off.
Hugh,
whatever the fuck.
I'm going to explain something.
Fuck outta
what
here. No,
what
no.
basketball fans, specifically
No.
Jordan fans, start with is not running out of things. We start with the fact that there are 82 games in a season. So we take credit to the fact that he played
This is
mostly
the argument
all
that you
82.
have.
It's not an argument. It's something that when
It
there's
is,
82 to be
because
played,
it's irrelevant.
No,
Irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It's
It's
not
totally irrelevant.
One of the,
because Jordan,
one of the greatest.
Jordan
no,
broke his
it's not
foot one
irrelevant.
year, right? He missed a bunch
It's
of
not
games.
irrelevant. It's not irrelevant.
He missed
one of the greatest.
LeBron's
One of
been
the
injured
greatest.
before. You know that, right?
One of the greatest
Yeah, but
sports
he ain't break
stats.
his foot though.
One of
Doesn't
the
matter.
greatest.
If
Yes,
you're
it
injured,
does.
you're injured.
Yes, it does,
Yes,
bro.
yes, yes.
Not all injuries are equal, bro.
So if you
Yes.
pull your okay,
The
he pulled his
fuck? No
groin,
way, bro.
He pulled his
No
groin,
way,
came
bro.
back
I don't
early.
even. This ain't even about LeBron and Jordan. This is fucking science. A groin pull and a broken foot is 2 separate things, bro.
Okay, but you missed time, right? For each one of them, right?
Yeah.
He's saying that Jordan never missed a game. He did.
No,
he has missed games.
but not when he was
He's
healthy. LeBron missed games out of sitting a lot of times. And look,
Okay,
one of the
and I'm not going to
one of
count
the
that
greatest,
against him because you know
one
why?
of the greatest.
He still showed up every game. He still made it to the
No, he
conference
doesn't show up every
finals and
game.
the
Don't
NBA
say
finals
that.
and all that
look,
shit.
look, Hugh, you cannot say that. He did not show up every game. Jordan played every game because, for one, he wanted to play every game. No matter what, he wanted to be out there to beat his opponent. That was, and he also wanted to play in front of the fans and be there because people paid good money to see him play. One of the greatest, or not the greatest, stat in all of sports. Not even a fan of baseball. Maybe the Cal Ripken fucking consecutive game spree. To come and show up every game, rain, sleet, snow, whatever the case may be, sick, whatever the case may be, family issues, and be there and play.
Is he the best shortstop of
remarkable-
all time?
Is remarkable. But I'm saying this is an element of greatness. When you get to the point of talking about someone as a GOAT, these are things that you have to, playing in the sport and showing up every day, absolutely.
When you have
And you're
80, okay.
Look, Jordan has those intangible. So Jordan has the intangible stats where you would say, "Hey, is Cal Ripken the greatest shortstop ever?" And I would say no. I would say he's not. However, the stat that he has puts him such a higher echelon being a great shortstop. If he didn't have that stat, that gives him such a push up the ranks for having that 2,600 games in a row, showing up over 16 seasons, never missing. If he didn't have that, trust me, his level of greatness and how he's looked at in the game would go down quite a bit. Yes, I put it at high esteem when you have a player such as Jordan, how great he was, averaging 30, winning championships, and then having those intangible, kind of like scholastic stats where you're like, damn, dude shows up every game also, and you'll drop 40, 50 on your head. That's fucking crazy. And he's 9-time defensive, and he's 10-time scoring champ. Come on. Like, collectively. Okay. Collectively, you can't look at those things and be like, Jordan is not the GOAT. It's hard. It's hard pressed. Now, with LeBron, we can look at several factors, in my opinion, that make him not the GOAT. And those are the things that, for whatever reason, looks like we're discrediting him. It's not that I put the same thing that I would put with Jordan. It's not a Jordan stat. It's what Jordan did in his career that are more memorable than what LeBron did in his career. 2 3-peats. I'm sorry. That gives me a rung that, shit, if LeBron did a 3-peat, that would be amazing. That would definitely put him higher up for me. But back to back, we have a lot of teams that were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Pistons were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Lakers obviously were able to accomplish that. I mean, a lot of teams in history, Boston, we don't have but a handful of teams that have been able to accomplish 3-peats. The Lakers, the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? So this is all-time stuff. He did it twice. And when he left the game,
Bill Russell win 8 in a row or some shit?
Yes, Bill Russell,
11.
You know what I'm saying? Like these
11.
This shit is great.
But why isn't he?
I'm sorry. Before we get into that, I fucking hate that argument. I fucking
I'm not
hate
trying
that.
to argue with you.
Don't do that. Don't do
Why.
that. Don't do that. Bill Russell got 11, so if we do the ring shit, he automatic. No,
look, Robert
because
Horry
Bill
got
Russell
7.
did not do the shit LeBron and Jordan. Stop.
Robert Horry got 7.
Because then you can use them same arguments you've been using. Who the fuck did Bill Russell play? It was the 1920s. I hate that fucking. Well, if that's the case, Bill Russell should be the GOAT because he got 11. Okay, so still using that same logic, you just said Jordan is better than LeBron because he got 6 if we play the numbers game. I'm not saying you about to do it, but anybody in that motherfucking comment section, I hate that Bill Russell shit.
Let's put it in the context.
Rest in peace, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell and them. Bill Russell got 11 or whatever. Jordan got 6. LeBron got 4. LeBron has these numbers. Jordan has these numbers. Bill Russell has these. Skill-wise, Bill Russell not the best. Jordan, skill-wise, probably one of the best, at least shooting guard-wise, whatever. LeBron, the best. The numbers, you bring them closer together. If you say he has 4 or 5 more than Jordan, Jordan has 2 more than LeBron, LeBron has better stats than Jordan, been to the big show more, played more years, has more accolades than Jordan, as far as, all around things, like great, scoring and all that stuff. Then never mind scoring titles, because Carmelo Anthony won a scoring title. D Wade won one.
Jordan won 10. So okay, before you start
fine.
bringing up people's scoring titles, let's just make sure.
KD won a scoring title. Bernard King won a scoring title. A lot of people that can win scoring titles.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people.
How many of those guys went to the
NBA
NBA Finals and won and did 10? Melo never even went.
So here's the thing.
Melo never even went to the finals and all that.
Here's the thing.
So scoring is one thing. Scoring is one thing.
No, absolutely. But I'm talking.
And it proves that Jordan like.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hugh. When we talk about stats, everybody always, because the whole argument with championships, because Jordan's 6-0, people think that's all people use for Jordan's thing, right? He was 6-0, undefeated in the finals. Yes, him. Yeah, but that's amazing. Yes, but let's talk about the things that are unique unicorn type shit that he's done. Okay, 10 times scoring titles, 10, not 1, not 2. Not 3, not 4, not 5. Like LeBron said, 10. Okay? 10. All-time first-team defensive player as a guard. 9 times. Won the NBA championship, finals MVP, okay? And got defensive player of the year in 1 season. We just have to think about the things, okay? As a guard, by the way, a shooting guard that he's been able to accomplish and do that are so different and so unique at his position. Hard to fathom. So not only it's the way he, not just stats, it's the things that he was able to do year over year and still win championships. People can do a lot of things, score a lot of points, get a lot of rebounds, do a lot of things. But to win championships while doing that, to win MVPs while doing that, to defend your championship over and over and over and over and over and over again, that's amazing. Those are the intangibles LeBron, in my eyes, can't touch. He's great. And that's enough, and that puts him at number 2. Look at Tom Brady as a football player. 7 Super Bowl, 9 Super Bowl. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's certain things. Maybe he's the luckiest man in the world. He got the best team, and the coach people say whatever they say. But we know damn well, right, that he had a lot to do with those Super Bowl wins. We know that. And so we know he had more probably so than anybody else to do with those championships. That's the way with MJ. Look at Scotty's stats in some of those finals runs. I can guarantee they're not as great as his regular season play was.
What, the finals runs?
Yeah,
look,
Scottie Pippen's averaging in the finals.
Game, but Bron steps up in the playoffs at 30+ points a game.
As he should.
8, 9, 10. No, it doesn't matter. Jordan scored 45 and 63 against Bird and lost. These are the things that you cherish, that you dangle that in our face. In a LeBron,
there were 5 Hall of Famers on that team. Q. 5.
And I'm gonna bring up another thing. This thing
team.
we talked about before. John.